Hey there, Bruce. Welcome back to Eliza. I'm all calmed down now, and we got a nice game of solitaire out of the way, as you can see, so I think it's time to get back to the grind, which may or may not make me very sad. Let's carry on, shall we? I'm ready. I got this. Time for the next session. Oh, man. I hope this one's a little easier on my nerves. Are we ever going to get to deviate, or no? I mean, I don't want to lose my job, but at the same time, like, I don't know, man. Maya leads. Hello, Maya. Welcome back.
Hello, Maya. Welcome back.
Hi. Yes, I'm back.
Rainy out there today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good thing I put on my extra big raincoat this morning.
Thankfully, it's supposed to clear up later.
Oh, wow. She's real used to this.
I look weird with my giant coat tonight. Cool, cool, cool.
What brings you here today, Maya?
Right now I'm just nervous. I have the nerves. I've been trying to get my career off the ground for so long, like a really long time. And I still feel like I'm stuck on level 1 and... Sorry, I know we've talked about all this before. I probably don't need to go over it again. Anyway, there's this conference that's happening next week, right? Like media professionals, something. That's bad enough for my anxiety, but I was also invited to this party thing.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's like dinner and then a party. I'm not sure how it's going to work. The point is, there's going to be a lot of big, important, famous people there. Like people that I really look up to. People with big followings online and lots of fans and all that. All of that.
And how does that make you feel?
I feel like, why? Like, why was I invited to this? I'm nobody. I am a serious, gigantic nobody.
She's got like imposter complex or whatever it's called.
I don't have a show I'm doing or any collections out or a webcomic everybody loves. I mean, I tried to do those things, but nobody cared. I don't have fans or followers. I'm not even sure I have friends, like for real friends. I tried. I do try. I put my art online and update my social media accounts, and I try to post consistently like they say to do, but yeah.
I post consistently. I don't think it helps. Although I don't post on any of my other social media accounts. I think I haven't posted on Twitter in like 2 years.
I'm still in that purgatory zone, just waiting to be discovered. I don't know. I feel like I was invited to this party thing as a way for someone to be mean to me, to remind me how successful everyone else is.
Oh, I think that's a bit crazy.
Why am I even going to it? I mean, I know I should, to meet people and make connections or something.
Probably not mean to say that. Oh, I think you're crazy.
Is meeting people and making connections your goal?
Well, I think it is. Networking? I'm supposed to do networking, right?
Do the networking.
I really have no idea what networking is.
Meeting other people that are better at doing what you do than you are so that you can leech off their success, right? Oh my god, that was really fucking cynical. Sorry.
Hello, I'm Maya. I do comics and art and I write and stuff. And I have lots of characters and ideas and would you like to give me money and I'll do those things for you?
I'd like to leech off someone else's success.
Hi, I'm cool. Please like me.
If you're successful, hit me up.
Like me, hire me. Oh god, I hope they like me. I really, really hope I make a good impression at this thing. Of course, knowing the way things usually go for me, I'll fuck it up massively somehow. I'll fall into a fondue pot or throw up on someone, something like that.
Throwing up on someone's funny, man. That one's
I don't
good.
know if there's actually going to be fondue there. I'm just saying that. Kind of feels like something I would do.
I'm looking forward to the fondue. Can I come?
You sound a little concerned or afraid.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm terrified. What if they suddenly remember I'm a failure and shouldn't be drinking their booze and breathing their air?
Breathing their air. Jesus.
I realize I'm not hip enough to be at this thing.
I'm hip. I'm with it.
Right, like a gentle tap on the shoulder. Excuse me, miss. I couldn't help but notice that you suck and not terrible.
Yeah, pretty funny.
It's obviously just my anxiety talking. I know it won't go like that literally, but it could be like that in a figurative sense.
Okay, Maya. I want you to imagine things going well. What does that look like?
Going well? Well, that would be a first for me. I suppose going well at this party means people start to learn about who I am. And maybe some of them help me with my career, and maybe some of them become my friends. Like, I want to be noticed as a creator, but I also want friends who are cool.
What's wrong with friends who aren't cool?
That sounds super basic. You know what I mean? Is it okay to want that? I hope it is. I want to be part of like a group, and we like each other and support each other, and maybe the things I make won't be as good as the things they're making, but I hope they see my work and see me.
I feel like that's how shit like QAnon starts, right? People go, I want to be part of a group. And then, you know, do whatever it takes, like the flat earth people. Whatever it takes to be part of that group and deny anything else. It's a slippery slope, as they say.
Yeah, that's what I want.
What do you think it'll take to get to this ideal scenario?
Well, probably takes me being a different person than the one I am. Someone who's cool and alluring and has that air of mystery instead of being some kind of scrawny, nervous wreck. Someone with style and grace and poise. Someone who can walk into a room and own it. God, I wish I could do that.
I think people are born with that, right? I don't know if that's a learned thing. Some people just seem to have that.
But only when I wanted to, because I also wish I could disappear when I wanted to. I know that's a little contradictory. Sorry.
Okay, Maya. I have some recommendations for you.
Lots of alcohol.
First, I'm going to suggest a set of stress management exercises for you to do. You'll find them in the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
Oh, good.
They may be able to help you with your nervousness. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about Lytosinol 2.
Do we get a kickback on all these drugs we're selling? Because I feel like we should. As fucked as that is.
Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
Drugs. Yes. Whatever you said that was called, I am on it.
I'm on it, and everything even similar to it. And even things that I don't know. Just give me all the pills.
You will get a reminder to check in with us in a few weeks.
I always do. I always get the reminder. I mean, not that I always act on it.
Thank you, Maya. We hope to see you back soon.
Yeah. Don't you say this every time?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye.
Goodbye. That one was a bit easier for me. Some of what she said hit home still, but it was nowhere near as like apocalyptic. So that was cool. I mean, how can I get it wrong? Why am I getting ratings when I can't deviate anyway? My rating's always going to be perfect because I just do what I'm fucking told. Ray comes over to talk to me after I finish my second session.
How are you feeling? That was definitely along the lines of a more typical client.
Like, if there's no fear of fucking it up, I don't think there's any reward in gamifying it, you know?
You watched that one too?
I couldn't bear the thought of you getting 2 really intense clients in a row. I just wanted to make sure everything went smoothly.
I see.
I see.
Are you getting used to the system now?
I still feel like it's kind of restrictive. I wish I could interpret what Eliza prompts instead of reading it exactly.
Yeah, it's like I said, a lot of new proxies run into this. They'll say, if only I could just talk to them for real, if only I could say what I really wanted to say. That's a really common feedback point.
You're never tempted to break away from the script yourself?
Nah, it's just not part of the job, you know? I learned to compartmentalize pretty early on, and that always served me well.
How do people do that?
People overestimate their own abilities. Have you ever had an interaction with a stranger where he clearly thinks he's getting along with you way better than he actually is?
Yeah, I guess.
Sure, hasn't everyone?
It's like that. People like to think they can play therapist. It seems easy if all you know is the movie version. You know, where you get paid to sit there with your notepad and say, I see, or every once in a while. The reality is, active listening takes a lot of work. It's much easier to just zone out a little bit and let Eliza run things. It's kind of meditative in a way. You just follow the prompts. I know computers telling you what to do has this negative connotation to it, and people who want to criticize us call it dystopian or whatever, but it's like any technology. It's a tool.
I don't think AI is evil, inherently. Ray looks thoughtful for a moment.
Either way, you're doing fine so far, Evelyn. This is a busy day, too. We might break our single-day record if no one cancels.
Is volume especially high right now?
It is, yeah. It really rose around the beginning of the year. We've been in the press a lot lately, so it could be that. Could be it's New Year's resolutions, too. People coming in, wanting to sort their lives out once and for all.
Is this really a once and for all kind of deal? Is mental health really a once and for all kind of cure? I don't think that's how it works.
This year is the year I'm really going to start addressing my problems. I mean, I get that. I do the same thing.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, I told you it was simple, right? Just keep up the good work following those prompts, and you'll be leveling up in no time.
Yay, level up. Do I get some premium currency so I can do fucking... I don't know. This year is the year I'm really going to start addressing my problems. I definitely remember thinking that. I remember thinking that 3 years in a row. It's not working out for me, apparently. I agreed to meet up with Nora at a cafe nearby. I almost didn't recognize her when she came in and sat down at my table.
Evelyn! It's been so long since the last time I saw you in person.
She used to stick to a very subdued and professional look. Guess she really wanted to put those days behind her.
It's definitely been a while. 3 years?
Yeah, almost 3 years.
Feels like no time at all.
Well, I'm glad you're back doing something. But you didn't tell me what the new job is.
Oh, well, it's being a proxy counselor for Eliza.
You're kidding me. That's an interesting choice.
Oh man, you take what you can get, huh?
I'm not quite sure why I did it. Maybe I thought I'd be able to see things in a new light.
Wait, so do the people at the counseling office know?
No, not yet. I should tell them.
That's her an actual counselor.
It's unkind to keep it a secret. I'm sure it'll get out eventually, one way or another.
Yeah, it probably will. Evelyn, how are you these days? I mean, really, how are you?
I'm not sure.
I knew you were working at that bookstore for a while, but
Oh, bookstore, that sounds pretty nice.
other than that, it's like you dropped off the edge of the planet.
Well, I wasn't up to much.
I checked your social media once in a while, but nothing. Not that I blame you. I hate all those apps.
Yeah, I deleted them.
I struggle to find the words to talk about what happened, but they don't come.
I don't know what happened. It's like...
There's something dark in my mind, blocking me when I try to go there. A void.
I guess I'm still not ready to talk about it yet.
It's okay. Take the time you need. I'm sorry, Evelyn. I knew you were in a difficult place after what happened, and I wanted to say something.
I need to know what happened. What happened?
But I worried that maybe you don't want to hear from anyone from your past. Maybe you wanted to be left alone and not reminded of the old job.
It's nice to know you were thinking of me.
Well, I'm glad. I was kind of going through a lot myself last couple years.
That's right. What about you? How is your life these days? What's it like being a rock star?
It's a lot of work, actually. I have to prepare for the show next week. I have 2 collaborations ongoing, and I'm applying for funding for another, a big one. I'm also advising on an art activism group that makes art installations to challenge people to think about the ways technology is affecting their lives. Oh yeah, and I'm working on this kind of like it's a granular synthesis engine, but with a new twist to it. It should be interesting.
Granular synthesis. Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, me neither.
It's a way to make sounds out of smaller sounds called grains. Maybe it's better to show you than to explain in words.
Sounds like you're busy but happy, eh?
Sounds like you're busy, but happy.
Yeah, it's good. Well, I make less money than I used to, but I don't care. Old me might have worried about that. Not anymore, though. Sometimes I do take a little contract coding work, but I'm making most of my rent with booking fees and selling music and so on. Kind of crazy.
Living the dream.
Kind of scary, but good.
If it makes you happy, it seems worth it. Maybe I should consider moving in a direction like that.
You should. Listen, I hope you can get away from the industry too at some point. Ah, that reminds me what I was going to tell you about. Our old boss is back on his bullshit.
Rainer? Soren?
Soren Lloyd Rose, celebrated psychologist, entrepreneur, and creepo.
Creepo?
Creepo?
Wait, he wasn't ever weird around you? Did I ever tell you about the time that he hit on me with a story about past lives and the thread of destiny?
Cool.
Wait, what?
Ugh, this is a good one. Okay. It was early on when the team was still pretty small, 7 or 10 people maximum. He'd gone out with some executives to dinner, and who knows what else. He came back to the office super late. I think it was like at least 11, maybe later. And the whiskey smell was just surrounding him. Like he jumped into a whiskey bathtub with his clothes on.
Nice.
Maybe he'd like to do that. I don't know. Anyway, I was still there for some reason.
Blow some bubbles.
Crunch mindset. He came over to my desk and started to mumble about, I don't even know how to describe it, just this nonsensical rambling. He started by saying how much he hated businessmen, how ridiculous they are, that they don't know anything. He said that a few times. Then he said he could see my soul, that I was like a reincarnated spirit of, I don't remember. He said some name.
Like a person's name?
Like a mythological name. I didn't hear it very well, but it was like a Buddhist spirit or deity or something like that. Then he goes on to say how he and I, all of us on the team, we're all these reincarnated spirits sent to relieve human suffering at the end of the world.
I see.
And we're connected by a thread of destiny that draws us to each other again and again over multiple lifetimes. He talked about it like it was just like a red string you could see. So I'm thinking, is this like some kind of pickup technique? You know, how people will talk to you and say, oh, you are the reincarnation of an ancient goddess or something. Ugh, just because they are horny.
I'm sure he's tried that exact line.
I'm sure he's tried that exact line. It really sounds like something he'd do.
He went on some more like that for a while, and I didn't know what to do. I wanted to leave, but he was blocking me where he was standing, so I couldn't simply go. I had to keep listening to him.
Oh, fun.
Finally, he mentioned that he would be open to the possibility of sleeping with me, and then he passed out on the couch immediately.
You're kidding.
No, not at all. Of course, we never talked about it after that. Certainly, I would not bring it up. I wonder if he even remembers. Nothing like that happened again. But I think it was because I took care to not be around if it seemed like he was going to be drunk at the office.
Well, that's pretty unprofessional.
I wonder if he's still that way. I'm sure he is.
Wow.
And now he's back. Isn't it exciting? He messaged me the other day wanting to talk to me about some new startup he's putting together.
He left Skanda?
He's planning to. It's a secret for now. He asked me to join, and I said, no, there's absolutely no way. Maybe a long time ago, I'd be interested in a chance to start a new company with someone famous like Soren at the top. You know, a time when I'd put up with his shittiness because I believed in what we were doing. Change the world, you know the speech. Or if we didn't change the world, at least we might get rich trying. I don't think that way anymore. I'm tired of the tech business. I'm tired of what guys like him represent. This industry can have fun eating itself and everything around it, causing as many problems as it solves. I don't want to be a part of it. It took me a while to see it, but I feel some responsibility for the world we live in now.
You've really changed, Nora.
It doesn't feel like I've changed. It just feels like I know more about myself than I used to. I want to be creative. Be myself to the maximum. Now I know you weren't lying about leaving social media because I posted about this. A lot.
Yeah, I guess I missed it.
A lot can happen in 3 years. Now I just hope maybe I could talk to other people who are in the same situation I was in. I want young people, especially women, to know that yes, it is possible to get rich by working with guys like Soren. But there is a big cost too. And there's always a cost. Maybe a cost you didn't think about before. Or maybe it's a cost you thought you would be okay with paying, but then when the debt comes due, you realize, oof, it's bigger than you thought.
Nora pauses for a moment. I wonder what that cost was for her.
Now that's my conclusion. But you, on the other hand, you should go and say hello to him.
To Soren.
Yeah, he's giving this big keynote talk next week, you know? It's the reveal of his new startup. Many people will be watching.
Why should I go do that? Yeah.
Why should I go to that?
It will be interesting, don't you think? You're already working as a proxy for Eliza. That must be giving you some new perspectives. Now you'll get to see what Soren believes the next step is. Don't tell me you're not the least bit curious.
I don't know. Maybe I am. It's free to attend?
Of course not. It's at one of those conferences you pay thousands of dollars to get into. But lucky for you, I have an all-access pass. Here, take it.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, he had one sent to me. As if there's any way I would go to a snake person convention like that.
But you're telling me to go.
Snake person.
Ah, you know, people who are like snakes. Venture capitalists. Biz dev.
If you're so against it, why do you think I should go?
That's what I want to know. Are you slighting me backhandedly here? I feel like you are.
Because I already made my decision. You need to go make yours. You're coming out from the cave you were in for the last 3 years, and you need to decide what you're going to do next, right?
Nora leans over the table toward me, a serious look in her eyes.
Evelyn, you're one of the smartest people I've met in my whole life. I'm serious. I've seen the way you approach things like this. You're going to research and learn as much as you can. And only then, when you feel like you know enough, you'll make your decision. Isn't that right? You have more to contribute to the world. But you want to know you're contributing the right things in the right way. I've always admired that about you. Anyway, I should get going. I have a rehearsal for a show to get to. It was really good to see you, though. Really, really good. I promise not to be a stranger anymore, okay?
Nora dashes off to her rehearsal. She's a busy person now. Busy but happy, it seems like. Is that the secret? Keep yourself busy? That's what I do. The barista here seems like a nice enough guy. He wrote Nora's name Lola, though. He must have misheard it. Mistakes happen. It's nice to know this is an option. A tea and coffee at the counselling centre didn't look so inspiring. Am I being a snob? Little. Komorebi. I wonder what that means. I should try to study Japanese again. One more thing that fell away. What do we got? Mail? Kabufuda Solitaire is hard. There's a reason they're called patience games. Okay, what do we got here? Interview. Seems like my original message might have gotten lost in the shuffle. Believe me, I know how it is. So I'm looping back around on this. Any interest in speaking with me about the origins of parametric therapy and Eliza in particular? See below. Greetings. I'm trying to track down a certain Evelyn Ishino-Aubrey, who is one of the principal developers of the Eliza system from Skanda. Is that you? Oh my god. So we were one of the main developers on it? I'm something of a cultural commentator who's looking to write about the early origins of parametric therapy and where it's gone from there. Does it deliver on its promise? What do people who work on it think of it now? On a more general level, how has introducing increasing levels of automation into human life affected us? There are some well-known names that seem to grab all the press and speaker slots when it comes to the subject, but I'm interested in speaking with the people who might have a different perspective. Maybe a more skeptical or even subversive perspective. If you're willing to participate, just let me know and we can set up something in person or online, whichever works for you. It could be a great opportunity to get your side of the story out there. I want to do that. I wish to do this. What a day. Been a while since I've done that much in a single day. At least now I can relax. Hi Evelyn, it's Ray from the office. Just curious, what kind of cookies do you like? Cookies? Chocolate chip. Yeah. Chocolate chip, of course. The cookie beer ones. Give me the cookie beer ones. The classic. I bake cookies for the team now and then. God damn it. Baked cookies? Okay, I'll take it. At least try to mix it up so that everyone gets their favorite at least once. That's really nice of you. That's no big deal. Well, the thing about baking is once you start, it's pretty easy to just keep going. You have everything out, so you might as well do multiple batches. And the cleanup takes more or less the same amount of time. I like baking too, yeah, for sure. We made a cake a couple of weeks ago. It's good stuff. Bacon, huh? Cooking in general is something that I feel I should try to get better at some point. It's so nice to see you today. Good seeing you too. We should do that more often. Yeah, we should. I know I said I don't miss working at a big company, but I do miss our old crew sometimes. Yeah. I write software for myself now. It's so much better. Come to my show, though. You're coming, right? Please come. Please. 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 Nora. What? Of course. I'll go to your show. Yes. Okay, now I'm really exhausted. Yeah, all that texting really took it out of me. Why is even just texting with people such an effort? I don't know the answer to that. Those have been sitting there for like that for a long time. I meant to put them up. I'm not sure what I'm waiting for. I have that on my bedroom floor, a pile of pictures. It's because one fell down and I wasn't comfortable with them anymore because they might and shattered all over the ground. I should tidy up the shelves at some point. Some of these books still spark joy, don't they? I hope they do. I don't really feel like doing anything. What happened? You used to have so much energy. That's getting old, man. I stay up until 2 or 3 in the morning writing code. And then I'd be up again at 8, ready to pick up right where I left off. Yeah, I usually record until like 3 o'clock in the morning and then I get up at 6. So I'm not sure who that person was. I get up at 6 to take my daughter to school. Some of these clothes I've had since college. Wish I could reinvent myself like Nora. Not that I'd know how. Continue. I'll just get to bed now. Chapter 2. We're just about ready to wrap this one up, though. Oh, the conference. Cool. Chris Manzoni, bookstore. Went to Magnus Books today, and Shelley told me that you don't work there anymore. Made me sad. You're the best part of going to that store for me. I always appreciated your presence there. Best of luck in your new endeavors, wherever they may take you. Oh, that was nice. Mary Aubrey. Is that our mother? This made me think of you. Are you still mad at me? Nevertheless, I hope you're doing well. Mum. Eliza counselling services are to be introduced in Redmond Middle and High School. Skanda and the Redmond School District are partnering to roll out Eliza, a mental health evaluation and counselling tool for all middle and high school students. Conversations with virtual counsellors will screen students for risk factors, identifying the need for interventions and support positive mood levels. Other King County school districts, including Bellevue School District and Lake Washington School District, are following suit with their own rollout plans. Eliza is an AI-driven conversational tool to support mental health developed internally at Skanda. While the Seattle-based company's counseling centers are well known for employing human proxies between the AI and the client, the school implementation will take the form of a web-based chat interface. These kids are more used to sharing information about themselves in text-based conversations than adults are, so that's why we zeroed in on the best mode of interaction for this particular application. I mean, that makes sense. Says Edwin Park, Service Director of the Eliza program at Skanda. Conversations with Eliza take about 10 to 15 minutes each and will be required but not limited to one conversation every 2 weeks. Students exhibiting high risk factors will be referred to a suite of potential interventions, including connections with community success mentors, additional counselling, or psychiatric evaluation. Eliza's tracking capabilities will be able to provide a full picture of students' mental state over the school year and eventually over the course of their lives, says Roland Orwing, Executive Director of Student Services for the district. This, he explains, is an important factor in detecting potential problems in students who may otherwise seem normal on a day-to-day basis. The goal here is to find the kids that are most at risk and take proactive steps to get them the tools and support they need to grow into happy and productive members of society, says Orwing. This is a complex problem with an evolving solution set. Eliza is just one facet of what is a bigger issue involving not only kids, but their families, our teachers, and the wider community. Interesting. One Mind 2.0, escalating the wellness revolution. No wonder Nora didn't want to come here. I'm not sure I could take something like this seriously myself. Maybe that's why Soren is successful and I'm not. Am I late? Looks like talk is already happening. Dude, success is all about how you define success. You know what I mean? Like, I know most people define success as being rich, but that's not how I view success at all. I think that's a very, very narrow view of what success is. You know what I mean? Success is happiness. Success is doing what makes you happy, I think. Which is why I've always chosen to make less money and do what makes me happy, like Nora, than work a 9-to-5 job for someone else that I hate that makes more money. You know what I mean? Because fuck money, man. I don't need that shit. Although Patreon, you know. Anyway, am I late? Looks like the talk is already happening. All right, anyway, I need to wrap this one up because we're out of time for this episode. But I'm really into this game because it really hits me. Like, it really speaks to me, man. Wow, it's so well written too. Jesus. All right, we're going to wrap this one up here and we'll be back tomorrow with another episode. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am because I'm actually kind of really sad that I put it off for this long. But it's good to get into it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time, Bruce.